Hello friends, a very good morning. Hope you all are doing fine. So let us begin with our new tutorial series Embedded C, C++ for Arduino. So while we learn C, C++ coding, we'll also build a professional Wi-Fi data logger. So it will have all professional features like storing data when out of network and sending them all together when network is available. It will also run in three modes. Apart from normal run mode, it will have a config mode. In config mode, we can update SSID, password and data frequency for the device, and it will also have a mode to update the firmware over the air, and it will track percent of battery remained in the device. And so once all these are covered, it will be like a big code, like a 1,000 lines of code. So we'll break it into manageable and manageable part, which is also reusable. So stay tuned with me. So let us begin this new journey, and we'll wrap this up in 6 to 8 sessions. Okay, let's begin. So before we get into the main coding part, so let us see how the end product will look like. Okay, so you can see my mobile screen here. So this device is now currently running with connecting to my mobile Wi-Fi. So it has wake up, and then it is now, after setting up the Wi-Fi SSID password, it is communicating to this server and sending this data. So once this data is sent, it receives a response from the server, and then after receiving the response, it goes to sleep. Okay, so now you can see it has got no records in the 0 records out of 0 records, no records in the memory, so it gone to sleep, otherwise it would be sending the data. Okay, so it wake up and it reads that there is no archive data here. So it will similarly again send this data to server, and then collect the response, and will go to sleep. So now what we'll do in the next time, so in my mobile phone, what I'll do, I switch off the Wi-Fi hotspot. Now let's see what this device does. Okay, so now the device will wake up. Okay, it is now searching for the Wi-Fi, so it will not get it. So let us wait for that. It searches for 20 to 25 seconds. So you see it didn't get the so it says host connection failed. Okay, and it saved the record here and then went to sleep. Okay, so now it's wake up. It says it has archived one record. This is the one record, and again it is searching for Wi-Fi hotspot. Okay, it will not find it again because I haven't started my Wi-Fi hotspot. So now it has got 2 record in the memory and it is sleeping. Okay, now what I'll do, I will switch on my Wi-Fi. Okay, so I have switched it on. Now let us see what it does. So it will find the hotspot. It will first send the current data. Okay, it is collecting the current data, and it will send, and now it will check whether there is something in the memory. So it will find 2 records in the memory. Okay, so it found 2 records in the EEPROM. Okay, so it is now sending the first one. Okay, the first one is sent. So now what I'll do, I will again switch it off. Okay, so why I'm switching it off, because I don't want this second data to be sent, and then I want my device to be intelligent enough to see that the connection is lost, and it don't try sending it forever. So after 3 attempts, it says out of 2 I could send 1, and I'm sleeping again. And the second part is we'll now put our device into a configuration mode where we can change the SSID password, etc. So to do that, we have a mode switch on our board. So this is GPIO13. So based on how long this switch is pressed, based on that we get into different modes. So now what I'll do, I'll get into a different mode by pressing this GPIO13 switch. So from run mode, I'm going into configuration mode. So you can see it here. So here run mode 1. This run mode 1 is actually configuration mode. In the configuration mode, it will continuously show you the SSID password and the pole frequency that is set to it. Okay, so how you can change these things, what you can do, So in config mode, this works as a access point. So you can go here, find this device access point. This is called device, and you can connect to the device. Okay, so this device is now serving a HTML where you can update its SSID, password, etc. So this is where you find this is the path. So you can see here's the data. So what I'll do, I will again minimize it here so that we can see. So now you can let me change this poll frequency from 15 seconds to 10 seconds. So you can see it is now 15. Okay, so I change it to 10 and I submit. So I get a confirmation here. This 15 goes to 10, and you can see this goes to 10. So this is how this Wi-Fi SSID password can be changed, and you can have additional parameters here like APN name, time setting for your device for the past time. So those kind of thing can be done using this. So also we'll show you another mode, which is the auto update mode. So in auto update mode, what happens? So I'm now changing the device mode to auto update mode. So it happens when you press the GPIO 13 for more than 3 seconds. So now my device is in run mode 2. So run mode 2 is auto update mode. So in auto update mode, what you can do, I'm still connected to the device. Yeah, so what I can do, I just put here update, and it serves me a different page. Okay, this is for auto update, over the air firmware update. So let's wait for it, or maybe I need to connect to device again. I disconnect and then I connect again. Connected to the device, and now I enter that to get into auto update mode. So here is the auto update mode. So update mode, you can see it here. So you can select a file, a binary file, which is a binary file that you made out of your Arduino code. You can select that file and upload this file. So how to reach there? So I have one here. So let me find it out, this binary file. I have to write so many codes to finally stabilize it. So these are all those codes. So this is there is a binary .bin file. You can select that and upload it. It will show you a progress bar as well. So once this update is done, your device will get upgraded, and also it will reset the device, so your device will start running again with reset. Okay, so this is how this will work once we are done with our project. So hope you find this useful, and this is a very professional kind of thing. So today it is already a long time, so what we'll do from the next day, we'll start doing our coding tutorial. We'll start our coding tutorials. Okay, so with that, thank you very much. Let us meet again with me in our next tutorial. Thank you. Bye.